I decided to spend my first vacation in a long time in Japan. Traveling north from Tokyo, I suddenly felt as though something was calling me, and I got off the train at a station called Yaita. It happened to be the day of the cycle road race. The athletes and staff were so busy and full of life. Surprisingly, almost all of the staff were volunteers. I wondered what was motivating them. So, one cycle racing event in Japan was finished, but I was still excited because I was drawn to the warm hearts of the people living here. I wondered what kind of town Yaita is, and so I decided to stay here for the remainder of my vacation. Perhaps it might lead to new discoveries. I decided to rent a traditional Japanese house and stay in Yaita City for a while. That feeling I sensed in this town yesterday, I wanted to find out what it was. I'd traveled here as I'd heard there are many sports that can be enjoyed in Yaita City. When I happened upon a soccer game, I decided to engage in some reporting. people of Yaita City love their hometown soccer team and cheer them on with loud voices. When I told the supporters I had interest in the Yaita City sports scene, they presented me with a brochure featuring Yaita City sports. Perusing the brochure, I found there are many activities that bring one close to nature. There are many outdoor sports, such as road bike and triathlon competitions. As I love golf, I was especially excited to learn there are several golf clubs in Yaita City. I decided to visit one. During research for my article, I learned of Mount Takahara, so I decided to see it for myself. While exploring, I was approached by a local resident. When I told her it was the first time for me to visit Mount Takahara, she offered to guide me with some other locals. There are many attractions such as historical architectures and natural beauty spots that are the treasure of Yaita City. I learned there are sake distilleries and natural hot springs, so I decided to visit a few of them. It seemed so long, yet it was over so quickly. The next day my vacation was to end. Looking back on my time here, it had been so fulfilling. On the way home, I heard the lively voices of the townspeople, and I could see the city of Yaita before me. The things I experienced here are precious memories. I wanted to share the charms of Yaita City with as many people as possible. The article I wrote about Yaita City was published on a page introducing Japan. I was happy to be able to share about Yaita in my hometown paper. My trip to Yaita had happened so coincidentally, and yet I had created so many precious memories. Drinking my favorite sake from Yaita, I began to drown in my memories.